The audience was buzzing with excitement as the next contestant walked onto the stage, a thin boy, no older than 15, wearing a worn-out denim jacket and shoes that had clearly seen better days. His name was Ethan, and unlike most contestants, he didn't come with an entourage, a fancy outfit, or a cheering family. He walked in quietly, clutching a small photograph in his trembling hands. "Hi, what's your name?" one of the judges asked kindly. "My name's Ethan," he replied softly. "And I'll be singing Story of My Life." The crowd clapped politely, but behind that gentle smile, Ethan carried a world of pain. Just months before, his mother had passed away after a long battle with cancer. His father, overwhelmed by grief and poverty, had disappeared into his own darkness, leaving Ethan to live with neighbors who barely knew him. Music became his only escape, the only place where his broken heart could still breathe. As the music started, Ethan closed his eyes and took a deep breath. The first note that came out of his mouth silenced the entire arena. His voice wasn't just beautiful, it was full of something deeper, something that touched the soul. Each lyric seemed to pour straight from the scars in his heart. "The story of my life, I take her home." Tears welled up in the judge's eyes. One of them put her hand to her chest, completely captivated. You could feel it, every word he sang carried the pain of losing his mother, the loneliness of sleeping in someone else's house, and the quiet strength of a boy who refused to give up. As he sang the chorus, images flashed in his mind, his mother's gentle smile, the nights he'd stayed up crying, the moments he thought about quitting music altogether. He remembered the last thing his mother ever told him, "Ethan, your voice will heal more than just you, it will heal others too." Those words gave him strength. He sang louder, stronger, his voice cracking slightly, but beautifully. The camera zoomed in on the judges, who were visibly moved. The audience held their breath as he reached the final line, "Until she's broken inside, the story of my life." When the last note faded, there was a second of silence. Then the entire crowd rose to their feet, clapping, shouting, cheering his name. Ethan stood there frozen, eyes wet, overwhelmed by the sound of thousands of people applauding for him, for the first time in his life. The head judge leaned forward, voice trembling. "Ethan, that wasn't just a song. That was your soul on stage." And then it happened. The judge slammed the golden buzzer. Gold confetti exploded from above, raining down on Ethan as he covered his face, crying. The host ran on stage and hugged him, while the audience kept chanting his name. He looked up, smiling through tears, whispering, "Mom. I did it." Behind that incredible moment was a story of struggle few people knew. Ethan had faced homelessness for weeks before the audition, sleeping in a small shelter with nothing but his guitar. He had tried to work odd jobs, washing cars, delivering newspapers, just to earn enough for the bus ticket to the audition. Many times, he thought about giving up. Once, a talent scout had even told him, "You're good, but you're not what people want to see on TV." Those words hurt deeply, but they also fueled his determination. He practiced every night, sitting on a park bench under a flickering streetlight, whispering the lyrics to himself, believing that one day, someone would listen. And on that stage, they finally did. After the show aired, the world couldn't get enough of Ethan. His performance went viral, gathering millions of views within days. Messages poured in from all over the world, people who had lost loved ones, people struggling to survive, people who said his voice gave them hope again. Producers invited him to perform at charity concerts. A music label offered him a contract, but more than that, he gained something he had never truly had, a sense of belonging, a family of supporters who believed in him. Months later, Ethan stood on the same stage, now as a guest performer, singing the same song that had changed his life. But this time, his father was in the audience, sober, clean, and crying. They hugged after the performance, a reunion that felt like another miracle born from the power of music. In the end, Ethan's story wasn't just about a boy who sang and got a golden buzzer. It was about a boy who found strength through pain, light through loss, and love through music. The story of his life became an inspiration for millions, a reminder that even the deepest scars can become the most beautiful songs. And as Ethan once said in an interview, smiling gently into the camera, the hardest stories make the most powerful songs, because they're real.